and it's pretty hot in here. And it is beginning of May, and I just came out here to check on the tree to see how everything's doing, and I got a great surprise. And I'm pretty excited about this as well because this is my first time seeing this flower. So let's go. Alright, so if you guys new to the channel, I am in zone 7. I live in Northern Virginia and I grow some tropical stuff and I do gardening stuff. Alright, so this is my greenhouse, unheated greenhouse. In here I have some citrus tree and I did have some guava as well. But as you can see here, today's focus is this passion fruit vine right here. And this is the actual passion fruit vine. It's not the maypop, the wild, the native one that in North America. I grew that as well and I didn't like it because it's like grow everywhere. It's like weeds. It doesn't go away. Alright. So I've been growing this passion vine in here for years, like many years now. It's always died back, but this year we dropped down to 15 degrees. We were in the teens for a week or so, but luckily the plant did not die back. So the old growth, the old vine was still pushing out new growth. And this year it's so nice to see the flowers coming in. So as you can see here, look at that. Those are the flower buds that are start to about pushing out. And we got some nice flower that pushing out like everywhere on this vine. So yes, you can do it. You can grow passion fruit in North Virginia, zone 7. And this is like the most tropical thing you can ever grow in a cold, hardy climate, right? And from my past experiment is that in the past we dropped down to like 5 degrees in here and a lot of time they die back. So let's talk about how I keep my passion fruit vine alive. So you can see here, that is the wall of my house right there. I plant the vine all the way in the corner right there. So each year for the past, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, it's always died back. I can see this, the old growth right here. It's always died back to there. And then this year, these 2 main stems survived. And it's pretty much the last year growth right here. All this vine right here that's running over everywhere on top of the greenhouse, a last year vine. Alright, so by planting my passion fruit vine against my house wall right there, the heat is radiate out from the house, so it keeps the passion fruit vine alive, right? And same thing with all my citrus tree as well. So I plant them pretty close to the wall of the house. It's like maximum like 2 feet away from it. And I did have some guava back here, but then it died. And it did not come back. Alright, so, and I did got some guava fruit before. But let's focus on the passion fruit vine. Alright, so we got a lot of flower this year. You can see up here, flower buds. Right there, and here, and there, and here. We got some flower, purple flower pushing out right here. Look at that. I also put up this net, right? So it can climb and then train it up so it can climb everywhere. And I got more passion fruit this year. So I'm pretty excited about this year. And I gotta make sure to get this thing pollinate, to have enough bugs and bees coming in to pollinate my passion vine. So that is why I popped this glass panel right here out here. And then I put the passion vine to let it climb on my fig tree over there. So we can get more passion fruit this year. So hopefully by the end of the season, we will get some passion fruit. So because it's bloom right now, which is May, beginning of May. So I'm anticipating I should have some passion fruit to enjoy by the end of summer at least, all right? And I can see there, so up there you can see that the bumblebee or the carpenter bee. So those are the main pollinator for the passion fruit vine. Because when I grow maypop or the wild passion fruit, like those things will like just hang over the vine every day. And they were like drunken on the nectar and all that stuff. Alright, so to make sure that I get some passion fruit this year, I'm going to hand pollinate some of the flowers to make sure I get at least some of the fruits by the end of the summer. So that way I don't waste all my time and energy taking care of this passion fruit vine and then the bees and nothing that can come in here to pollinate this. So I'm going to take matter into my own hands and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Alright, so let's go. Okay, so first we want to locate a flower, right? So here's a flower. And the flower is pretty much has female and male parts. Then the second thing is that you want to look for this and you gotta make sure it does have some pollen developed already, because some of the new flower that's pushed out, it doesn't have any pollen at all. So you just gotta pick this off the petal right there, right? And then let me zoom that in and rub it with your hand. And if you see like some yellow stuff on your hand, on your finger, that means you got some pollen right there. All right, so now what you want to do is hold this and rub this on the stigma, which is this part right here, right? So little rub it. It's very hard to do with one hand like this, so just get it right and then rub it 3 antenna or stigma, whatever you want to call it, right, to make sure you get some pollen in there. Okay, and don't worry about like if you're running out of pollen, because there's a lot of pollen petal in here, so you can pick that off, right, like that, and then just rub it. And that's it, right? And then I'll flip this over and show you guys this pollen on there, right? Make sure it got some pollen, nice good pollen, right? We got another one over here as well. I'm gonna pick this off to focus. You know what? I'm just gonna use my finger, get the pollen on my finger, and dab it. So you guys can use a Q-tip, whatever, but I don't have any. So this is like the easiest, laziest way to do it. And the one you can't get to it, it's gonna close up the next day, like that one in there over here. It's turning yellow already. So that means that one's gonna die because I couldn't get to it. It's out of reach. But this one over here is closed up, and I pollinated this one by hand yesterday. Right, and you can see the pollen on there, on that stigma. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like after 2 days. Show you guys the one that I pollinated a few days ago. It's up right here, and look, check this out. Passion fruit. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to taste this, because this thing is pretty expensive. Like over northeast side, like this thing is, I don't know. I think it's like $3 or $5 per passion fruit, like many years ago when I checked. But look at this, my first passion fruit right here. So this is going to continue to keep growing and get bigger, and then by the summer we're going to open this thing up and I'm going to show you guys what it tastes like. Alright guys, I'm pretty excited about this year to harvest this passion fruit, and this is like the most tropical thing that I've ever tried to grow right here in zone 7. So if you guys enjoy gardening and enjoy growing some like exotic stuff and want to come back and see me harvest my first passion fruit in the summer, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next video.